This is what 1500s think during a bullet game. I start off with e4, my opponent played e6. I just developed my knight and pushed my pawn forwards to take more of the center. My opponent plays d5, and I realized this is not really a real opening because it's kind of a French, it's kind of a Caro-Kann, but his bishop's not developed, so it's not a really good opening. So I just put my pawn in the center and defended with this pawn. He's not pushing this pawn, which is interesting. He plays bishop back, and he's moved this too many times in the opening for my liking, and his pawn structure is kind of bad, so I just keep on developing my pieces. I put this knight here just so I don't have to spend time. I'm at 56 seconds, he's at 58. We're just moving very quickly in this position, and we trade off a pair of bishops. I just played bishop e3 because it's normally played after bishop f5 is played, and you'll play bishop e3 and trade off with the queen. So I know taking back with the queen isn't too bad. And my opponent plays knight h6 now, and bishop takes should be amazing because then his pawns are doubled on the side. But I decide just to play bishop e3, develop my pieces, and just be fine. And bishop takes h6 was the best move, so I was supposed to take it, but I didn't. And now his knight gets onto a nice square, which I don't like. And I just play my pawn forwards to waste some time. He takes, I take back. So now he has a bishop and a knight versus my two knights. And now he castles, and I play g4, throwing my pawns towards his castled king. Immediately when he castles, I just like throwing my pawns forwards. He plays h6 now, and I play h4. Immediately, I guess it's not dropping a pawn, but it's close. a5 is the best move in the position, so it's kind of hard for him to see a good move. c5 is also a very good move, and now it's threatening my center. I decide to just keep on throwing the pawns on this side of the board. He plays h5, blocking, which is the best move. Very good move by my opponent. I drop my knight back. He plays pawn forwards, and in this position, I kind of have a fortress. He can't really make any attacks on me. Maybe he can get his queen to here and attack me, but like his queen's kind of stuck right now. So I just move my rook over, and I try to buy some time and push this pawn, but he just stops it immediately. Very good defense with the pawns, and I drop my knight back because we're playing so quickly. I'm at 43 seconds still on move 18. He's at 47. I know that I can get my knight to this square when he doesn't even realize it. So I just push my f4 pawn. He pushes his b5 pawn. I slide my queen over. He pushes forwards. I go queen back to where it was. Big mistake. I'm just wasting time, not really doing anything. He takes, I take back. And now that this pawn isn't here anymore, he can move his queen in, attacking this pawn, which is very scary for me. And I just spend all of my time, literally like 4 moves in a row, just moving my queen back and forth. He brings his queen in, which is not the best idea, and I move my knight onto g4. And I know he's moving so quick that he's not going to see it. But now, my knight's hanging and my rook's hanging. So that is very unfortunate. I jump my knight in, immediately lose my rook with check. So like maybe queen back is the best move after that. Yeah, queen takes a2. So we'll say he takes here. King f2 is the best move. So maybe I wouldn't block with my queen, but he takes. I move my king to f2, the best move. Very lucky of me. He takes the pawn, and I move my king to defend the knight. Apparently not the best move, but it seems okay. He moves his queen over to attack this pawn, but it's already defended by the queen, so I'm like, okay, I'm fine. And I take the pawn, sacrificing my knight. I thought this was a brilliant move, and he doesn't even play the move that he's supposed to play. And I move back to check him. He takes, and I play pawn forwards to h5, trying to open up these pawns. If he takes, I'll take, and it looks very good for me. And that's not what he does, but he plays a check. And in this position, I have to trade off queens. I have no other choice. If I were to move my king away, he'd just take there, and then I'd run away, and I'd be down the knight also. So we trade down. He takes, I take with check now, and now he's in a predicament. The best move, it's a great move, but now I bring my knight in, and check with the knight. He moves his king up, and it's a draw. He was completely winning for that pretty much entire game after I dropped my rook, and then had to trade queens, but I take here with check because it's a discovery. I get the free pawn. He moves his king forwards. It's a blunder. Rook takes g8. He can take here, but then I have my pawns so far forwards that they're just really good in the position, but I don't see it. I play knight g7 check. He moves his king, and I'm completely winning. This is a completely winning position, but I only have 19 seconds, and he only has 22. So I move my rook over. and completely drop the game. The move I was supposed to play was knight takes h5, then I can take this rook. So that's how I'm completely winning, because I'm up. His pieces are all in the corner. My pawns are really far forwards, and I can just promote. But I don't see it. I play rook over and allow him to get towards his pawn. Now I play rook check again. He gets towards my rook. So now I have no check there, because that was a check before, and it was really good. Now I just attack the pawn. He moves the pawn up. I move the rook to the side to attack the pawn. And this I thought was a great move, but he can actually defend it with his king, or play knight d7, which is the best move in the position. He played king g3 defending the pawn. I played check. He played king over. And now I realized he can't move the pawn. He can only move the king here. So that's got to be really good for me. And then I completely opened him up so he could go anywhere on this file. But he doesn't. And I move my king over, because if I get my king here, these 3 squares are guarded, and then I just have to take the pawn, and I should be winning the game. So he pushes the pawn. I move the rook over so he can't move onto this file anywhere, and I'm completely losing. Like, there's nothing I can do. He's up 5 points, right? But he moves into the corner. I go king over. He pushes his pawn. It's checkmate in 4, forced. I find the first move. It's checkmate in 3, but I only have 11 seconds. I did not see it. However, I played the first move. He plays the best move. I have to play rook to d3 here, and then get the back rank here. Rook takes g7's best. I go here. He goes here. Oh, apparently not. Right here. F takes g7. I take the rook. Then I do the checkmate. So he has one delaying move, but then I just take the rook. But that's not what happens in the game, because I don't see it. Instead, I play rook to g2. For some reason, it does nothing. And he moves his knight back. And it's a miss. It's not a good move. I play rook forwards, and I'm just moving fast to save time. And I have another mate in 3. I can go rook d here again. If he takes, I just go checkmate. If I go here, he goes here, I go here, and then I have checkmate. And I don't see it again. I missed it. Rook a b8 is the best move in the position to get down here and defend your king. However, he doesn't see it, and he blunders checkmate in 1. Thanks for watching. Go watch my other videos.